Hi, 10th day. I don't know how I have been doing this, and I'm so happy that all of you are responding so positively towards this effort of mine. It's been quite a learning experience for me as well, and from what I'm seeing for you as well. So, day number 10, and another story. This story is about being a lifelong learner, a lifelong learner, and there's a reason why I have worn this tie today, and I'll come to that in just a bit. But before that, a story, right? There was once a university professor. He was a double PhD who had done his PhD in two totally different things. He was a very renowned person. People came to him from across the globe for his sagely advice regarding certain things. He was very sought after. He was a total people's person. But all this had added some amount of arrogance to him. Arrogance to him. He thought he knew it all. He thought there was nobody better than him. He thought the world should bend backwards and forwards to please him. But after some time, he started hearing of this wise man who lived up in the mountains, okay, who was better at giving advice. He lived like a hermit. He lived a very simple, austere life, but he was very good at giving people very good common sense sage advice. Now, this guy's ego took a dent. He wanted to meet this sage or this hermit, and he set out to meet this person. He went to this hermit's house, and it was nothing like his own house. The professor's house was a palatial. He had the most expensive things. There were degrees displayed, people, renowned people shaking hands with him, meeting him. There were so many things that would shout out that this guy was somebody, right? But the hermit's was a very simple dwelling, poor kind of arrangements, a torn mattress, hardly any furniture, and the hermit himself was in tattered clothes attending to somebody. He said, "Please have a seat while I'm just finishing up, I'll come." He's like, "How rude. I'm such an important person. I have come," and he's like, wants to entertain somebody else in my presence. How is it possible? But nevertheless, he was there for a purpose, right? So he sat down. Half an hour, 45 minutes passed, and this guy's patience was wearing thin. Then the hermit entered, didn't apologize or anything like that. He just said, "Yeah, so you're here to meet me, right? So what's it about?" So this guy started speaking about himself. "You know what? I'm so and so. My background is like this. I became a professor at this age. I did a PhD in one subject at this age." I went on and on and on. In the midst of his conversation, the hermit, somebody served tea, and the hermit asked him, "Do you care for some tea?" He said, "Yeah, sure. 2 ice cubes, please." And the hermit started pouring tea into a cup. This guy, he was speaking so much, so he really wanted something hot and nice, and he had one eye on the teacup as the hermit was pouring into it, and he was going on and on and on and on about his story. It was still not over, and it looked like it was far from him. The hermit kept listening, nodding, and he kept pouring tea. And to the professor's amazement, the hermit kept pouring tea more and more and more, even though the cup was full to the brim and it was spilling over into the saucer and the tray as well by now. So the professor was like, "Is he blind or is he foolish?" So he's like, "Sir, stop it, just stop it. What the hell are you doing? You're wasting tea. That looks like good tea. I need the tea. You asked me for tea, I said yes, but you're wasting it now." The hermit said, "Well, Prof, you know what? You're just like the cup. You don't know when to stop. You are brimming over, and there is no space for you to learn anything at all, least of it as to who I am or something from me. So come back to me when you feel that you have space for others to speak. Come back to me when you feel that you have more patience to learn something, because all learning needs space, needs time, and needs a lot of patience." He said that. He gave another cup of good hot tea to the professor, bid him goodbye in the most courteous manner. And on the way back home, the professor realized that despite his two PhDs, his long academic career, he had been taught the most precious lesson of life by this hermit. That, my friends, was my story for you today. As long as you are not a lifelong learner, as long as you are not keeping opportunities and your eyes open time and again towards whatever you want to be, you will never have arrived or accomplished. You will have done some things in your life. You will be seeing your life through the eyes of others most of the rest of the time. Some people retire at a certain age and they think that they have done it all, they have seen it all, they have been there all, they have had all the different kinds of experiences there could be. But how do you know? How do you know? As long as you can keep this thinking active and alive, you survive. The universe operates like this. If you are not learning, it will eliminate you. Pretty much what Darwin said. The best will survive. Okay? People who are not needed on this earth are the people who are not willing to learn. It can be learning of any kind. It need not be always propelling you along your professional career path. It might not be the learning that you need in a personal life as well. It can be any vague thing. It can be as little as tying this tie. I was a person till about 2 months back who had an aversion to ties. I have blazers, I have suits, I have coats, but none of them I would wear with a tie. I do have ties, but I would never wear it on a formal occasion. I would team it up with something else and go. Whether it's a bow tie or this tie, I would never wear it. But circumstances played out in such a way that I had to learn how to wear this tie. I'm still not the best, as you can see. I still have some chinks to work on, but I'm confident now that I can tie the tie in a very decent way in about 5 minutes of time. Okay, so it can be any kind of learning. It can be learning to tie a tie, to make a cup of tea, to make a biscuit, to make a snack, whatever it is. Learning is learning. Keep picking those grey cells, and it need not be only for pleasure. As you keep your grey cells open and you are up for learning, you will get more avenues which will definitely help in your professional and personal space as well. Knowledge never goes a waste. It might be tying the tie for me today or making a cup of tea for you tomorrow, but it will come handy for you sometime when it's very critical, some part of your life, someday, somewhere. And it need not be that somebody always says good job done, as long as you know that you indeed have done a good job of it. Alright, I'm sure you agree that learning never goes a waste, and learning is always for you to improve upon yourself as an individual human being. So never keep that learning curve go a waste. Use every bit of time you have. Who knows how much time we all have left. Use every bit of time you have to learn something, to polish on some old skill, to learn the new tricks in an already existing skill, and you might come up to be the best person there was ever to be to have worked that skill. Be a lifelong learner. Be a lifelong learner. Okay, that's my story and tip for you today. Have fun, take care. I'll see you another day, another time with another story.